So the Menendez brothers, if you know who they are, I will quickly bring you up to speed. If you don't know who they are and you're watching this, I don't know why, but they are the two pricks who brutally killed their parents with shotguns back in '89. So I said all the words. This is gonna get throttled down. I don't know why I just said them all, but I did. Too bad. It's done now. But yeah, so Kim Kardashian has jumped on their bandwagon, and after the whole Netflix, she probably watched the Netflix special and went, "Oh, these guys, I feel so sorry for them." And now she's working on getting them out, and it's worked. I guess when you're a billionaire, you can make strings, you can pull strings. So this is from the Independent. I'm gonna read this. As Kim Kardashian says, Menendez brothers have been granted a second chance at life. Kim Kardashian has said Eric and Lyle Menendez have been granted a second chance at life after Los Angeles County District Attorney George Gascon called for them to be resentenced. The Menendez brothers, who are serving life sentences for the 1989 murder of their parents, Jose and Kitty, real names, have been back in the public eye following the release of Ryan Murphy's Netflix series Monsters, the Kyle and Eric Menendez story. In a statement posted to her Instagram stories, Kardashian, 44, said, "The Menendez brothers were granted a second chance at life and will wake up tomorrow finally eligible for a parole hearing. They could be released in as early as 6 months. Thank you, George Gascon, for revisiting the Menendez brothers case and righting a significant wrong. Commitment to truth and fairness is commendable." What do you mean? Why? Because you watched the Netflix special that you did? Okay, so to bring you up to speed, if you haven't watched this Netflix special, spoiler alert, somewhat. But I mean, you had a long time to watch. They're saying that they were abused, sexually. So, but okay, so they're claiming all this, and that's the reason why they did it. And they felt threatened. They felt like their lives were in danger and all this kind of stuff. But then they went and premeditatively bought a couple shotguns and blasted their parents in their home, unsuspectingly. That sounds like you're threatened. I don't know. And these guys were men at that point. So I don't know. I'm of an idea that if you're a man and you feel threatened, that there's other things to do about it. I mean, if you're threatened and you're immediately threatened, that's different. Then you've got to defend yourself. But you can't say I was threatened and then I went and I ambushed somebody because I felt threatened. I don't know. I think if you do, then you deserve prison. I don't know why you get out, but Kim Kardashian watched the show and got an idea. Lucky for these guys. So whatever. To the brothers' family, friends, and millions who have been vocal supporters, your voices were heard. The media's fooks, especially on the heels of Ryan Murphy's TV show, helped expose the abuse and injustices in their case. I don't think it did that at all. It kind of it showed both sides. It showed it was a possibility. It's their claims. Society's understanding of child abuse has evolved, and social media empowers us to question the systems in place. This case highlights the importance of challenging decisions and seeking truth, even when guilt is not in question. This is kind of like fits the whole narrative of where we are nowadays, where it's like, all these people are performing petty crime. They're stealing food and, well, not even food. They're stealing, stereos and TVs and stuff because they can't buy food for themselves. So it's an oppressed society and we ought to help them. No, they're committing crimes. These guys committed a crime and they're doing time for their crime. And you hear their side of the story. You can't hear the other side of the story because they're not with us anymore. So they can't even defend themselves that way. And you just believe one side and you say, "Oh, well, I want to have these guys released." And you use your clout and your money, I'm guessing, or influence at the very least, to make that happen. I'm not impressed. Okay, so great. What if you're wrong? It would not hilarious, but it would be kind of karma for her. Not really for anybody else. Whatever. It would just be weird if they came out and they were to do something again. You're like, oh, well, shit. Maybe we've got it right the first time. I believe in the justice system's ability to evolve, and I'm grateful for a society where we can challenge decisions and seek justice, she wrote, concluding her statement, "Never stop questioning." In a follow-up post, Kardashian added Eric and Lyle are immediately eligible for parole now that their sentence has been reduced to 50 years to life. In 2015, a bill was passed in California. Of course, California. Weird that it'd be California. Allowing individuals sentenced to life in prison before the age of 25 to seek parole after serving 25 years. Since Eric and Lyle have been in prison for 35 years, they qualify as youthful offenders and are immediately eligible for parole. So, I don't know. I'm against this. I'll just say wholeheartedly I'm against this. I think if you murdered some people, you're doing the time. That's what you should be doing. You look at some conjecture and somebody puts together a clever documentary series and it puts a little doubt in your head and suddenly that's enough. No, not enough. Whatever. So I guess this just goes to show you that if you live in the right state, well, you can kind of get away with murder. So let me know what you think in the comments.